Hey guys, thanks for joining. Welcome to my live stream. And I need to talk about this because I deal with it just like you guys do. Are you pursuing your dreams? Did you do anything today to pursue your dreams? Now, everybody's got a different dream, but everybody does have a dream. So I think we can all relate to this. And it's a very challenging question because reality is so real. You got to go to school, got to go to work, got to do certain things. You just have to do it, pay your taxes, uh, file for a visa, blah, blah, blah. But if you have a dream, it's technically something that you haven't seen in reality yet. And so you got to do something to make this dream happen. Unless your dream is some sort of like fantasy where you just do nothing and everything happens, some sort of like weird anime musical kind of like breakdown section, you know what I mean? Where it's just kind of like surreal. We don't want to do that, do we? Don't we want to like take an action and achieve our dreams? Don't we want to make our dreams come true? Don't we want to do something in order for those dreams to come true? And so everybody has a different dream, but no matter what your dream is, you got to do something. Now, most people, I think this starts way back in school, is they get told, first of all, you got to go to school, you got to go to college, then you got to get a job. That's what you gotta do. No matter what your dream is, you gotta do it. So most people go through this like kind of like gotta go to school, gotta go to school, gotta get a job, gotta get a job, just because they were told to. But their dream might be something different. And just for example, when I was in high school, everybody was saying, hey, you got to go to college, you got to take college prep, you got to get ready for college, you got to choose your major, you got to choose a school. And I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I had a dream. And that dream was to go to Japan. And this was in high school. So I had a weird kind of vision, I guess, for something that I wanted to do with my life. And it was different than everybody else. It was different than all my classmates and my friends because my classmates and friends were just talking about college. I'm just going to go to college. That's it. And I thought that was kind of boring or something. I don't know what it was, but like I just knew that I wanted to go to Japan and I wanted to learn Japanese. That was my dream. And that's what I did. That's what I aimed for. And so everything outside of school, because I had to go to school. I wanted to go to Japan like when I was 16 or 17, but it's like you got to go to school. So I had to sacrifice my time and go to school because you just have to. You just should basically graduate from high school. So any time I wasn't at school, I was kind of dedicating myself to my dream. And that was like maybe I remember learning hiragana and katakana, for example. I do remember getting a Japanese textbook. And then after I graduated, I was able to work full time and save the money to go to Japan. And so basically, I devoted my entire life to going to Japan, and that meant not going to college. So all my friends thought I was weird. Why aren't you going to college? Why aren't you getting ready for college? I'm like, hey, I got to go to Japan. I got to save my money, and I got to work 40 hours a week if I'm going to get that money. And not only do I got to work 40 hours a week, but I got to wake up at 4 a.m. because that was the only shift available at the grocery store. But hey, I really wanted to go to Japan. I really wanted to save the money, so I did it. And so everything else went away, all college and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't even hanging out with my friends because I had to wake up so early. But I wanted something so bad. I wanted this dream to come true. And guess what, guys? It did. It totally came true. I was able to go to Japan. I lived with the host family. And I had an amazing, tough experience, but an amazing experience. And it was totally worth it. And so that's just one example where like my dream was so clear, but everybody else was talking about something else. And what do you do in that gap? Well, you give your time to what you got to do. Like, for example, go to school or go to work. But then when you have free time, be it the evening or the weekend, then you dedicate yourself to your dream and you take the practical steps that you need to take whenever you can take them. So, your dream might be to learn English, or it could be to go live abroad or travel abroad, right? But let's just stick with becoming bilingual in English. That's your dream, right? So, you need to dedicate yourself to it every day. You got to do something every single day that will make your dream come true. And your dream is to be able to talk English, for example, like me. Uh, there's lots of people you could talk like, but just for example, let's just say you want to be fluent like Kai Senpai, like American English, California English. That's your dream. So what are you going to do in order to do it, right? And so now, if you really think about it, what's your dream? Well, my dream is to speak English, right? So does it mean your dream is to study English? And the answer is probably no. Nobody dreams about studying English. They dream about speaking English, right? So studying is something you got to do, but only really briefly, for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe at the most. You just dedicate yourself to studying English, and that would be getting a textbook, learning the basic grammar, learning some basic words, right? After that, after you've studied English for like 3 months, so, if you went to junior high or high school, that's more than enough. The next step for you is getting out there and speaking English. That means opening your mouth and speaking English. Now, a lot of Japanese people that I know have this kind of reverse psychology here where they're like, well, once I finish studying English, once I've passed TOEIC, or maybe once I read all through, the advanced English book, then maybe I'll be ready to have a conversation. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. You're ready to have a conversation now. I mean, if a 4-year-old can have a conversation, so can you. You don't need complicated words. You just need to get out there and actually talk to somebody. And if a 4-year-old can do it, you can do it, right? So don't overthink this and get out there and just start speaking. And the truth of the matter is that you're actually going to get better once you start speaking on a daily basis. And that is the secret that if everybody only knew about it, they would stop going to school. They would probably stop watching videos like this. They would get outside and go talk to somebody in reality. Now, I do know that a lot of people have a hard time meeting English speakers in Tokyo or in the big cities because you're busy and stuff like that. And especially if you live in the countryside, a lot of people is like, well, I got a job and a family, so it's hard to get out there and speak English. So I get it. Even then, you could take some sort of action online, and you could get registered for some sort of like online English class, right? There's a lot of them out there. And so you will be able to speak English with somebody on the internet if you want to. So basically, every single day, if your dream is to speak English, you got to think about it because if I'm thinking in English and speaking in English, like it's what I do every day. I don't take a break. I just do it. Now, まあ、逆にね、日本に住んでた時、俺、毎日日本語を使ってったんだよね。なんでかというと、まあ、日本に住んでるし、日本語で話す楽しいし、ね、英語使わなくても全然大丈夫って感じだったよね。だって日本語で、なんていう、頑張りたかったらね、頑張りたかったから、全然英語使わなくても大丈夫ですね。今ちょっとなんかカビついてるって感じですけれども、そんなに最近日本語を使ってなくてさ、すみません。But guys, if I can flip a switch and just start speaking Japanese, I can do it all day. That's what I want to say. I can do it all week. I can do it all month. I can do it all year. I could do it the rest of my life. I have no problem with hitting that switch. So basically, what's your guys' dream? Are you guys going to hit the switch? And are you just going to be doing English for the rest of your life? Now, if that's your dream, then you got to get out there and do it. And the dream would be something like, well, in my dream, I'm speaking English like every day, right? Or is your dream only to speak English on the weekend? Now, I don't know. Your dream might be different than mine, but my dream would definitely be to be, if I wanted to speak Japanese, I would be like, I want to speak Japanese every day. And that's exactly what I did when I was an exchange student and living in Tokyo. For the second time I came to Japan. So, good evening, dear Kai Senpai. I just, by dinner time, excuse me, watching and hearing American English and now, 間違ってる文法ごめんなさい. It's fine. Don't worry about it. で、夕方しながら、that's awesome. Yeah, thank you for saying that because basically I noticed that whenever I'm eating dinner, I like to watch YouTube videos as well. And one of the things that I like to watch is these like deep conversations about like the universe, AI. I've been watching a lot of videos about AI. I'd like to watch a lot of videos about history. And so, especially like, for example, like while I'm cooking, I want to hear something that's just audio. You know what I mean? Because like if I'm watching like the history video, you kind of got to watch the graphic. You know what I mean? Like there's like a map or whatever, and so it's like while you're eating, you can watch and listen, right? But while I'm cooking, I can't watch the video, so I just like to hear what people are talking about, like the conversation, and so I listen to this guy named Lex, Friedman, I believe, and he has a lot of interesting guests, and they talk about really deep philosophical, scientific stuff, and it's really cool to listen to, while I'm cooking, for example. So, I understand the benefit of watching content, listening to content while I'm doing something else, and so I kind of was inspired because since I was basically watching somebody else's YouTube channel, and I'm like, wait, I'm a YouTuber. Maybe I could make some sort of content for other people as well so that they can listen while they're cooking or eating or something like that. So I really appreciate that. And then Kobayashi-san, I remember your name, so thank you so much. I appreciate the comment. I'm glad that you're listening, and I hope that everybody in the country would be listening. But hey, I don't do the live stream enough. I want to do the live stream more because, as we were talking about dreams, guys, I have a dream too. And that is to become a better YouTuber. But how do you say? I'm still kind of practicing, like I've been doing YouTube for a long time, to be honest. And for the first few years, I was not really doing YouTube well. In fact, it was pretty pathetic. I had a few videos up, but I stopped making videos. I just didn't see the benefit in doing YouTube. I didn't understand YouTube. And at the time, I was doing modeling and acting on TV. So I was like, hey, I'm on TV. I don't need to do YouTube. That was my thinking, and it was stupid, but hey, I was young and dumb. But basically, um, I kept practicing. Well, okay, so long story short, I finally realized the potential of YouTube, like a few years ago, I think in 2018. And so I started practicing YouTube. I started watching videos on how to make YouTube videos, right? So just like you guys are watching videos on how to speak English or how to, you know, use American pronunciation or, all the videos you guys watch, right? I was watching videos on how to make YouTube videos, right? So I got an idea by watching these videos. I got an idea, and I started making the videos that I did. Reviewing the famous people's English, and those videos did really well. And the algorithm kind of like locked into that style of video making. Now, I do enjoy those kinds of videos. I do think they're interesting to listen to somebody's English to see if they're native or not native or kikoku shijo or, benkyou shitenai, benkyou. I think it's really interesting because you can learn a lot by accent. But I do wish that someday that maybe I could interview somebody like either in reality or like on Zoom or something like that, and maybe I can interview another YouTuber, maybe I can interview a famous person. I don't know. It's kind of a dream, and I'm not sure if I can do it or not. Maybe I just need to contact somebody, maybe just see what happens, But unless I email somebody, the dream's not going to happen, right? Do you guys see what I'm saying? So if I don't do something, the dream won't happen. And in the meantime, I don't have like everybody's email address, right? Like a famous people. I don't have an agent. I don't have a model agency. So I'm basically like a lone wolf when I do my YouTube. When I start my YouTube and even up to now, I'm like a lone wolf. I've been doing this all with by myself, editing, writing, lighting, creating my uniform, everything all by myself. So it's a juggling act to say the least. I wish that maybe I had an editor or something like that. Maybe I had some sort of manager with connections. That would be kind of cool. But I have what I have. And I have a computer, I have a microphone, and I got you guys. So this is just the start, even just for me. You know what I mean? I've been doing kind of videos that nobody has seen. Like nobody watches them. I've made so many bad videos in my career. It's kind of embarrassing. But even now, right? Like my live streaming isn't really strong. There's only like a few people watching right now, which is fine. I don't mind because you guys are listening, but wouldn't it be better if there was like 300 people watching, 1,000 people watching, 10,000 people watching? But, at the end of the day, what would it take to get 10,000 people to watch a ky senpai live stream that? And honestly, I'm not exactly sure. I think it would be really interesting if I did interview somebody. I think that would be the coolest thing to do. But I just haven't done it yet. So what am I going to do in the meantime? Because I haven't made an email yet. I haven't contacted anybody yet. I'm just going to do a live stream with what I got, which is a microphone, a light, and a computer, and then you guys, right? So thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Hopefully, what's going to happen is that, in the future, I will interview somebody. I will make some sort of like podcast or something like that where I can interview famous Japanese people and we can talk about things. I think that would be really cool. And until then, I don't know how it's going to happen. I just know that I need to get out and do what I can do in order to make my dream come true. And that would be, well, I don't know, a list of things. Maybe somebody's going to contact me. I don't know. I'm not sure. But that is one of my dreams, right? I do believe that I can become a better YouTuber. And to be honest, like I've seen other YouTubers who have like, 500,000 subscribers, and I think that's cool. I think I could get 500,000 subscribers, but in the meantime, I would just like to get 100,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? Like you just got to kind of like take everything in chunks. You don't have to go for perfection all the way from the beginning. You can do things in stages. You can do things in chunks. And so for me, yeah, 500,000 people would be really cool. And I think that would be amazing. But in the meantime, maybe I can get like 100,000 subscribers. That would be really cool. I want to become a better YouTuber. That is my dream. In order to become a better YouTuber, I have to start making content. And in order to make content, I got to set up the camera, turn on the light, and put on my makeup, and then just make content. I know it's going to connect with somebody, and hopefully in the future it connects with more people, and that's okay. But in the meantime, you just got to do it. Now, I do know, like, if your guys' dream, for example, is to speak English, you're going to have a few bad conversations, if you know what I mean. Like in the conversation, and it's one of your first English conversations, and let's just say you don't know the word, or let's just say you don't understand what somebody's saying. You feel embarrassed, you feel shame, you feel like stupid, you feel like giving up, right? You're gonna have to have a few conversations where you don't get the result that you're looking for, right? And I remember when I first started learning Japanese, I wanted to speak. I tried to talk to my classmates, but like I just couldn't. I literally didn't speak Japanese. I just got to Japan. It was overwhelming. I couldn't handle it. It was frustrating. It was a headache, and I couldn't give up because I was living there. There was no choice but to move forward. And so basically, everybody's got to go through kind of like a tough period in achieving their dreams, especially when you start at the beginning. You're like, yeah, I'm going to start speaking English, and you go out there and you start speaking English and you realize, oh wait, I don't have anybody to talk to. And then if you find somebody to talk to, they're not always the coolest person that you want to talk to. You know, sometimes they're not your type. They're not the same energy as you, and that you wish that maybe you had somebody better to talk to, somebody that was more in alignment with your beliefs and your feelings and stuff like that. So you want a good friend, or maybe you want a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It doesn't matter. It's your dream, but in getting to your dream, you're gonna have to basically talk to a few people that you don't want to talk to. You're gonna talk to people that weren't necessarily exciting. You're just gonna have a boring conversation. You're just gonna have a typical conversation. It wasn't really exciting, but nonetheless, it was a step towards what you want to do, right? And that is to speak English every day, right? And hopefully you want to speak English every day with like a good friend, maybe with a lover, or maybe your dream is to become like a famous scientist, and so your dream is to speak English with other scientists, right? It doesn't matter. Your dream is your dream, and if that's what you want to do, then that's what you do. You get out there and you start speaking. But again, you're going to go through a tough period for sure. Everybody does it, unless you're like totally lucky, or unless you're like totally beautiful, like you're a beautiful girl and you can just talk to anybody. Most people have to have a few weird conversations with people where it's kind of awkward, and you didn't get to say what you wanted to say, you didn't understand what they wanted to say, but that's okay. You have to do it, and like that period is actually longer than most people really realize. But as you do it, you learn so much, and you don't feel the learning at the beginning. You just feel the frustration, I think. But if you keep going and you keep applying yourself to learning English, what happens is everything just becomes a lesson. And those lessons just keep inspiring you to keep trying. And so, even like on the flip side, if I'm trying to make a better YouTube video, every single video that I make is worth it because I learned something. I'm practicing. I'm always practicing with kind of like thumbnail, right? And I've been getting better, I believe, at thumbnails. I'm always kind of thinking about headlines, right? And then I'm always thinking about how to get your attention through the entire video because that's how the algorithm works. If you watch the entire video, the algorithm likes it, and then they like it when they're longer. I've noticed that the longer videos get better representation when it's getting suggested in everybody's YouTube feed. So, cool. I like the thumbnail. Thank you so much. Somebody's paying attention, right? Because like, um, you got to match up the thumbnail and the headline, and it's got to be intriguing, and then people will click. And if enough people click it, then YouTube sees, oh, this video is popular. It's getting clicked, and it starts recommending it to other people. So, thanks for it. I've been practicing my thumbnail and my headline. Yeah, dream. Um, and then it looks like a dream, right, with the clouds. I saw that photo as a free photo on Photoshop. But anyway, yeah, I'm practicing my YouTube game, and so that hopefully one day, like 1,000 people are going to watch this, and that everybody's going to be like, "Cool, wow, I'm watching Kai Senpai." But in the meantime, unless I make the live stream, it's not going to happen, right? So this is where I want to say something, and this is kind of important because today it was a rainy day, and I just moved. You guys may know, maybe you don't know, two things. One, I've been traveling around the world for the past year. It's almost been exactly a year. I believe May 1st was the day that I started traveling. So it's been an amazing year. Two, I recently got my app fixed, and so I'm ready to tell everybody in the world about my app. And if you haven't seen my app, you can go check it out. There's a link right over here. Let me see here, right here. Please go check it out because it's a dictionary. Yeah. Uh, you look up any word. You can look up the word in English. You can look up the word in Japanese, and then you'll see the eigo kara furigana ne. And then you can study the pronunciation of the word. You can listen to the word. You can touch the color, and then you can make a flashcard and you can practice this word over and over again by yourself. And then I was making a video today, and I'll release it tomorrow. But the girl in it, a famous person, you guys know her probably, but she said international, right? And so international is such an interesting word because international has a T in it, but I don't say the word international. I say international, right? And so if you look at the eigo kara furigana, and right now it's live stream, so I don't have the example, but you'll see that the T is invisible. You can't see it. So when you see the spelling, it's international, right? But when you say it, it's international. And so little details like this are really, really amazing to me because you can really tell a lot about somebody's accent if you just listen. And so the person that the video that I'm gonna upload tomorrow, you listen to her English and it's like, oh wow, she sounds like she's from California, right? Just because of one word, like international, right? So basically, the color system is totally cool. and if you look at the app, you got the link right there. You can look up any word that you want, and you can make a flashcard so you can study by yourself anytime from any of the words that you're learning in reality. So, guys, let's look at this. Cool. So, also, and I just want to say this while I got your attention, is that I can also do while I'm doing how do you say, making this new series of videos, because what I'm going to be doing is hopefully making more videos that talk about the color system. And basically, I have this big old plan to make all these kind of videos, and these videos are going to be more emphasizing the color system. So basically, I'm going to be busy for the next few weeks, but also in the meantime, I can do lessons if you guys want. A lot of people, だって話す相手がいないんだけど、みたいなね、英語で喋ってくれる人がいないんだけど、みたいなね。So I can do it, but only two people. I have a lesson from 8 o'clock tonight, so I'm going to be leaving in just a second just to do the lesson. And so the length of the lesson is about 40 minutes, depending on the day. 忙しくなかったら、もっと長くできるんですけれども。But yeah, it's about 40 minutes. And sometimes it depends on what you choose, but I do like a 3 times a week or 1 time a week kind of thing. So it depends on what your choice is there. But yeah, just about, two people is good enough for me. So if you guys are interested in doing something like that, please let me know. That would be kind of cool. So if you do want to have somebody to practice with, please, because it'd be more than just practice. You know what I mean? Like I'll be like literally teaching you stuff. It's more than just conversation practice. It's like a full lesson, like a full court press. You know what I mean? So yeah, but if that's what you want to do, just hit that link right there. So F to F lessons. What's F to F? Face to face. KT-san. Well, maybe. I'm in Kanto, ne? I'm not in Tokyo, but I'm in Kanagawa. But maybe that is a possibility. If you go to the site, if you go to my website, you can text me and we can talk about it. But it's possible. It's just a matter of like, hopping on a train or something like that, right? If you're close enough. Yeah. Yeah. Face to face. So it's possible. So yeah, go to the website and then click that button and then the pink button, and you can contact me directly there. So cool. So guys, I think that I need to start wrapping this up because I gotta go do my lesson at 8:10 actually, Zoom lesson, just kind of like this, but instead of me talking the whole time, I'll actually be listening. You know what I mean? Because it's a conversation. And so if you guys want to talk, if you want somebody to listen to you, then I can do that. That's exactly what I do best, is really helping people understand about the pronunciation and the grammar and like words and stuff like that. So uh here, and I got a question about the lesson though. Oh yeah, so question about the lesson. So it could be about let's see, 40 to 50 minutes. um there we go. Somebody just asked me a question over on my website. So if you guys go to my website, you can hit the pink button, and you hit the pink button, and that goes directly to my phone right here. So if you hit that button, you can contact me directly. だってさ、これ、生放送だからね。If you really want to talk to me, you can. So I appreciate you guys. Oh, you live in Kanto too, so we can maybe do it. We can maybe it can maybe happen. So it's just a matter of distance and how far and stuff. So if you go to the website, hit the pink button. Yeah, we can chat about it. Nice, cool. Download, spell is wrong. Study is now. Cool. Yeah. Look at that. Download. The spell is wrong. See, everything that you do is always a good opportunity to practice, right? Everything that you want to say, you just got to say it and practice. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. And if you learn from it, then everything's okay. Everything's going to be okay, right? Everything, just look at it as everything is like a practice session. Nothing is really serious. Like this live stream right now is just a practice session. Maybe there's not a million people, but maybe there's only like a few people. That's okay. It's totally okay. Everything's going to be okay as long as you guys keep doing what you need to do to achieve your dreams, right? So, coming back full circle, if you have a dream, every single day you got to do something to achieve your dream. Now, again, if your dream is to do nothing and you just get lucky and all, like, for example, I wanted to be a fashion model, and there were some really magical times where I was just walking down the street in like Shibuya and people came up to me and say, "Hey, do you want to be a fashion model?" And I was like, "Wow, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, sure, I'll do that." But I still went out and did the modeling and like did the photo shoot, and I there was work involved with it. But basically, yeah, most of your dreams, that what you're kind of waiting for is like not somebody, but you're waiting for yourself to just do the preparation work for your dream to come true. A lot of people, it's like, I want to pass this test. Well, you still got to put in the work, right? And so you dream of that day where you pass the test. But in order to pass the test, you got to put in the work, right? So if you're just sitting around and waiting for somebody to talk to you, maybe somebody will call you. Or if you want to talk to somebody, you just reach out and call somebody, right? Now, and just like anything in life, and this is just weird, but it makes sense. The like if there's like a I remember like a plumbing problem in your house, right? And you need somebody now, right? Like, hey, please come over and fix this. You pay them and they go over now and they fix it, right? Because they're a busy person with a skill set and they can really, fix your house, and like they can't do it for free, and you want their attention sooner than later. You just basically pay and they'll do it, right? And so I kind of come full circle because I really don't believe in going to English schools, right? I think that most of you have enough textbooks and teachers and stuff like that. The only thing you really need to do is get out there and talk to somebody. Now, I understand the problem is that just going outside and seeing a foreigner isn't really something that happens every single day. And just because you see a foreigner doesn't mean you should talk to them, because, what if you have different interests, or what if, you're just different personalities or something like that, right? So, it's really hard to talk to somebody in English in Japan, right? But if you're so busy, like the weekends you're busy, the weekdays you're busy, it does make sense if you pay for a lesson and you can just hop on and like have that person meet you on your schedule, then it's a convenience. And that convenience is worth it because you can just call somebody and they will talk to you. So it's interesting because, even if you wanted to go study abroad, right? And if you wanted to go to America so you can be speaking English every day, you're going to have to pay, like I'm sure thousands of dollars, right? Like it's going to be a lot of money. It's not cheap. So any way you look at it, you're basically going to have to pay in order to speak English. That's just the reality, right? You're going to pay thousands of dollars for like a plane ticket and a hotel and stuff like that. And then, how long are you going to stay there? Because like a week's not enough, right? Like, like a month, that's not enough. Like it would be nice to, be like a year, 2 years, I don't know, but this is your dream, right? So, yeah, I will have a business dinner with an American. Oh, that's intimidating just to think about. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You got to prepare, got to get ready, and your dream is coming true. So don't worry about it. But in your dream, everything is going to be okay, and you just talk. See, I remember I had a dream to become a model, and I was basically Ooh, business dinner. I was gonna say business dinner. It's like a business dinner. That's intimidating just to think about. Business dinner sounds interesting too, because you talk about business over dinner. Well, what's the business? I don't know. What's your idea? What are you thinking? I don't know. It could be interesting. I would look forward to it if I was you. Who's your competitor, YouTuber? Well, my competitor is everybody teaching English. Because basically, I really think that like I look at some of the other people and I just look at their lessons and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe people are watching. I need to make those videos. I made a few of them before, and people get all like butthurt and stuff because like they're like, "Hey, why are you saying that?" And I'm like, "Well, guys, let's think about it. Like, I learned Japanese by talking to Japanese people, right? I didn't learn Japanese by talking to American people, right? Right? So, like, why are you guys listening to Japanese people when you're learning English?" And it's just weird because there's so many Japanese people watching Japanese people. And it's like, if you want to learn English, you just talk to an American, you just listen to an American, or you listen to a British person, or you listen to anybody. Why do you have to watch a Japanese YouTuber? I don't know. I don't get it. There's only a few that I recommend, and I can talk about that in another video. But yeah, for the most part, it's like, what are you guys doing? Why are you watching this person? Especially when they say stuff that's weird, and it's just like, no, well, yeah, but no, like the whole. I gotta make that video because it's just like, what? You gotta be kidding me. So anyway, yeah, they're all competitors in the sense that like, 英語から振り仮名使ってなくて、like it's see, I just think the 英語から振り仮名 is just the better system to learn English, right? Like first you learn the words and then you learn the 省略パターンね. Then once you learn the words and the 省略パターン, then you really focus on the pronunciation and then you just really work on mimicking. You're going to sound like an American and you sound like me, you sound like a Californian, and that's how you do it. And the process doesn't take that long. You just need to do it. I mean, if you guys really listen to what I'm saying and you do what I say, and I have like a Sunstep Gakushu hole, and if you listen to it and you do it every single day, you're going to get better. It's just how language is done. But, most people don't listen to me. I don't know why. Rupa sensei, yeah, I would say he's definitely an example of how I would not do a lesson. I would not speak like him. I will not do a lesson like him. It to me, it's like watching Disneyland or something like that, and it's like 100% fake. I don't like get it, but he's nice. Um, TikTok. Yeah, I can do TikTok. I need to learn how to do TikTok. I had the ky senpai TikTok, but I haven't logged in a long time, and so I can't log back in. Maybe I have to make a new account or something like that. わかんないけど. Yeah, Summer Sensei is beautiful. Yeah, yeah. People are nice, and a lot of people do teach obviously correct English. It's not a lie. I just there's a whole you like real vibe versus like I am learning English. Thank you for listening to my lesson. Lesson number one. What is your dream? Is your dream to speak English? Then that's great. Please listen to the following sentence. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why? Why are you listening to such weird fake English? Like seriously, like all of it is so weird and awkward and scripted and fake. None of it's real. It's all fiction. If you really want to like learn a language, you got to get out there and talk to people in reality. That's just how to do it. Seriously. Okay, I put it through the real vibe. Nice, KT. Yeah, and then if you talk from somebody from Arizona, just don't talk about how hot it is because it's so hot in Arizona. Oh my God, you'd die. I remember I went to Arizona when I was 8 years old or something, and it was the first time I experienced that heat. And that heat, I felt like dying. I remember crying, I think, to my mom, "Why are we here? Why? It is so hot. Why are we here? My gosh." Seriously. That was used for because I can feel dizzy. Yeah, well, hey, with the app, just do one word at a time. Don't do too many words at a time. You'll get overwhelmed if you yeah, look at whole sentences and stuff like that. It's kind of like if you look at words and then you have one that you want to look at, you can just look up that one word and it's a lot better. But yeah, um, so anywho, I gotta go, guys. I gotta do a lesson at 8:10. So if you guys wanted to do a lesson with me, you can go over to my website, check out the options over there. Obviously, I have the app for all of you brave wolves out there that do like to study by yourself and talk to people. So remember, if you ever are talking to somebody in English and there's a わかんない単語があればね、俺のオーラの English HD、検索で俺のアプリで検索してくださいね。本当に実証だからね。本当に実証だから、それで、調べた単語を、簡単に単語帳を作れるかな。まあ、本当に、英語の勉強してたら、俺のアプリ無料だから、どうぞダウンロードしてください。I hate to say it, but seriously, it's a free app, and you're studying English, you should download it. It's that simple. So, Rupa Tempa is Australian YouTuber. He speaks Japanese fluently. He is energetic, that is for sure, and he's nice. But like I said, I think his English is like fake. Mhm. Yeah, and not interested in Australian English. Yeah, and that's the everybody's got the preference. And to be honest, I Australian English for me is a little I don't know. I don't know. It feels weird when I hear it. So have fun with the lesson. I always like your live streams. Thanks, KT. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. But I got to get going. So have a good rest of your evening and take action towards your dream. So if your dream is to speak English, you can chat with me like this, and it's kind of like you're speaking English, but not really because you're typing. So get out there, talk to somebody, have a business dinner with somebody from Arizona, talk about business, talk about profits, and have a good time. Like, enjoy all the steps along the way because one day you're going to become fluent, you're going to become bilingual, and then you're going to be like, cool, awesome. This is my dream come true. So in the meantime, my dream has not come true because we still need like 1,000 more people to watch the live stream. But if you guys keep liking these live streams and you keep commenting, then maybe the algorithm will be like, hey, a lot of people like these live streams. Maybe we should recommend it to more people. So if there's anything I should do a live stream about, let me know, maybe in the comments or something like that, maybe a theme or something like that. Anybody that you want me to interview, I can maybe like reach out to somebody like Kevin or somebody like that. I mean, if I wanted to, I could possibly talk with Rupa Sensei, maybe, possibly, but it would be an awkward conversation for me just because I'm just too brutally honest. だってky先輩です。空気読めないる。違うか。Anyway, guys, have a good one. Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, again, take the action to follow your dream. And unless you take the action, your dreams are never going to come true. Unless you're super beautiful and somebody just walks up to you and starts speaking English, right? Get out there, get outside, talk to somebody, and practice, get better, and improve. And if you do it, if you just do it, you will get better. So, guys, thanks so much. Take it easy. Have a good night, and see you soon. Bye bye. Jenny.